Okay, in JavaScript, let us try to understand what are identifiers, otherwise names. Generally, variables are called identifiers. Okay, and the values are called literals. In any programming language, any programming, you go for a C, Java, Python, or Kotlin, JavaScript, any programming language, the values assigned to any variable through is equal to sign. The values, they are called literals. If it is a string value, string literal. It is a float value, float literal. It is an integer value, integer literal. And the variables, the names kept to memory locations, that variable, the names, okay, they are called the identifiers. Okay, so JavaScript identifiers public names means variable names are called identifiers. So I understood the different, nothing is there, don't confuse yourself. The variables x, y, z, your name, my name, school, anything you have declared in JavaScript either through by the let var constant keyword, otherwise uh, undeclared variables means x, y, z. Okay, if any variable declared with let constant var keywords, okay, that variable names are called identifiers. So already I told you that identifiers means variables as I told you, that variables, that names used for any function, okay, any method name, any function name. Okay, so somewhat rules to declare variables in JavaScript, not only JavaScript, any language, some rules are there. So while declaring a variable, we need to follow the rules. Okay, any programming language, JavaScript names must begin with a letter. Okay, a letter means not a letter, any letter, a to z, capital, otherwise small, a to z, small a to z. A dollar sign, the variable of JavaScript can be started with dollar sign. Otherwise, variable in JavaScript can be started with underscore. Okay, the next characters, whatever the next characters, they can be any letters, means a to z alphabets, digits 0 to 9, underscores or dollar signs. So these are the some rules to declare variables in JavaScript. Okay, so identifiers, what is the use of identifiers? Identifiers means, so identifiers, they are used to name variables. Okay, identifiers, I told you that names of any variables, keywords, any functions, methods. So variables, they are the names, they will be kept for variable names, function names, method names, keywords. Okay, so they are called what? Identifiers. So now, while declaring a variable, the first character number will not be allowed. Okay, number means whenever variable is declaring, that moment that variable started with number, no. Okay, number is not allowed as the first character of names. Okay, so now JavaScript is case sensitive. This point is noted. JavaScript is case sensitive. I have briefed in the previous classes. Case sensitive is what? So every variable means identifiers, they are case sensitive. Means if there is difference between small case and if a variable is declared with named with capital letter, Next variable, same variable started with small letter, so both are different. So let us see, try to understand how. Suppose last name is a variable. Here see, in between capital N is there. Next last name all are small letters. Both are different variable. Both are not same. That is called case sensitive. Last name first variable has a capital N. Second variable has all small letters. Both are different variables. So here I told you that already. Let is a keyword used to declare a variable. In next class I will differentiate what is the difference between let, var, constant variables. Okay, keywords. So here one variable last name declared with let keyword. Last name, both are different, case sensitive. Both are variables. So this last name is assigned with a value do. Okay, next variable assigned with Peterson. Both are different. Let us see the code. Here, as I told you that this is the code here for because we are studying about JavaScript. I told you that JavaScript code that is to be written inside of the HTML, but in script tags, start tag. But JavaScript can't be written separately because this code will be read by your browser. So many browsers are there. The old browser, Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, somewhat versions are there nowadays. The latest browsers, advanced browsers like Microsoft Edge and your Google Chrome. Okay, they are the browser. The JavaScript code will be read by your browsers. Okay, so JavaScript code will be written inside of what? Inside of that your HTML code, but in between, inside of script start tag and script close tag. So here inside of these two script tags, let is a keyword used, last name is a variable, means identifier, and one more last name. Both are different. So last name, the first last name is assigned with a value, though already I told you that is equal to sign is used to assign the values to any identifiers, means variables. Peterson. Now here you change your name. Who are attending my classes, suppose my name is Vasu. Okay, this is my name kept here. You change this string. Okay, any Rahul. Here in first last name Vasu, in this variable, this means this string declared in double quotation marks. I told you that here I want to declare in single quotation mark. I told you that the string type of data can be kept in either double quotation marks or single quotation mark. Doesn't mean, but question is that try to understand. Both are the string, means English like text. It may be a paragraph, it may be a word, it may be a sentence. If all the text based English text based, any characters, any one sentence, one paragraph, any word, if you keep them in double quotation or single, it is called a string type of data. Not only in JavaScript, any language. Okay, so last name, now it is a variable, means identifier. You can, this last name can be your name. It doesn't mean, okay, any type. Suppose if you totally, if I kept like somewhat like this last name. Okay, here everything is small. If you can change anything, what? Both are looking last name, but both are different, because last name, even though one character is different. So as I told that JavaScript is case sensitive. Case sensitive means small case. If you create a variable with all small case letters, that is different, okay, from other. Both are last name. Try to understand. So now whenever you want to access the element, what is that element? Whenever you want to access that element, the element is what? I told you that whenever you want to access the element of your any HTML element, I told you that one method is that is called .get element by id method used to access HTML element. Okay, and demo is an attribute. Okay, that attribute will be used to access HTML element, and inner HTML is a property. Try to understand. Get element by id is a method. Okay, so inside of method we can use arguments. Okay, here demo is an argument. So the demo is what out of your script, that id is equal demo, because get element by id is a method, that id is an attribute. Id is an attribute. Here that id written outside of the your script, javascript demo. Here demo is what your id. So you can change this name as any xyz, no problem, but try to keep in your mind. So id name whatever you have kept xyz, same name you need to call here xyz. Understood that? So that is the id that is declared outside of the script. So get element by id method used here to access the HTML element. What is your HTML element here? What is your HTML element? Your HTML element, to access that HTML element, that is called that HTML element here. To call that HTML element is what your P is what your paragraph. Okay, P is your paragraph. I told you that many elements are there here. That is starting HTML element, next body element, H2 is the paragraph element, H2 is the header element, P is the paragraph, one more paragraph. So within that if you want to access that paragraph element, that is called HTML element. Okay, we will use get element by id method. Within this, id is an attribute to access the HTML element by demo. By here demo means that value xyz value. Okay, previous was the demo. Okay, now in place of demo I have kept xyz. So now by xyz, this is what the id value. Inner HTML is a property. Okay, so that is used to access the HTML content is what last name. Okay, last name. So at last name whatever the value assigned, where is that last name value assigned? See, the last name is a variable, means identifier assigned with do. Two are different. So capital letter name, last name, do value will be displayed here. See, run this code. Okay, do name is displayed here. If you call this HTML content by inner HTML, if you change this letter as small n, so your last name second variable value Peterson will be displayed. What is that? Peterson will be displayed. Try to understand. This is the difference. Okay, so this get element by id method and that is that attribute inner HTML, both are very important whenever you are writing the code inside of the JavaScript code, inside of scripts. These two get element by id method and inner HTML property, both are very important. One more time I am reminding you that get element by id method is used to access HTML element. Inner HTML is a property will be used to access HTML content. this difference you need to remember. So here inside of this do, if you can change any name of any Rahul, okay, no issue. So whenever you call that last name, if you change this variable name as means identifier name last name, so you will get Rahul. Okay.